So after the recent rumor that Roe v. Wade was going to be overturned, there's been a lot of protests going on in different states. A lot of people, like they're freaking out, they're scared of what's going on. And I think a lot of that has to do with the media, and the media has been lying about it, and it's not exactly what people think it is. Well, first of all, it was a leak. So like a lot of people were pissed off about that because it was a leak and they didn't actually come out and verify it or not. And we don't know if it's actually true. It's just a rumor. But if it is true that Roe v. Wade may be overturned, it's not exactly the way that they think is going to be happening.
USA Today posted an article commenting on the leak, saying, "A draft opinion by the Supreme Court leaked Monday night, showing the High Court may overturn the landmark Roe v. Wade decision that established a constitutional right to abortion. The leak itself, made public by Politico, is highly unusual. While court deliberations have leaked before, including during President Richard Nixon's administration, the release of a draft opinion is virtually unprecedented. The draft was reportedly circulated in February, about 2 months after oral arguments concluded in a challenge to Mississippi's 2018 law that bans most abortions after 15 weeks of pregnancy. The outlet reported a majority of justices supported the draft opinion. Roe was egregiously I can't read that. Roe was egregiously wrong from the start. Associate Justice Samuel Alito wrote in the draft, "We hold that Roe and Casey must be overruled." The Supreme Court on Tuesday verified the leak was authentic, but pushed back on the nation that it represented the final decision of the court. Chief Justice John Roberts, not Ron Roberts, said in a statement that he'd launched an investigation into the leak. To the extent this betrayal of the confidence of the court was undetermined the integrity of our operations. It will not succeed, Roberts said. The work of the court will not be affected in any way. Is abortion illegal now? No, this is the leak of a possible draft ruling. The Supreme Court was expected to release a decision in this specific case in about 2 months, but abortion rights activists have been warning the court was leaning in this direction. That's in large part why the reporting by Politico is being taken so seriously. Elizabeth Sepper, a University of Texas law professor who studied health law, said the leak could be posturing by one side or another, tampering expectations or floating a trial balloon. Still, she said the highly unusual leak is reverberating across the country. I think the draft is a wake-up call. The end of abortion access for many Americans is not hypothetical. A majority of the Supreme Court has cast their votes against a long-standing constitutional right to autonomy and self-determination, she said. Leaked draft Supreme Court opinion suggests majority may overturn Roe v. Wade. So, it looks like it may happen. They're probably going to put it back to the states, though.
So in conclusion, I think what is going to happen is each state is going to decide what their voters want. They're going to put it to the states, and each state is going to vote on what they decide. So if it's a state that wants more regulations on abortion, then they'll have more regulations. And if it's a state that wants to get rid of it entirely, like Texas, they'll do that. And if it's a state where they want to allow abortions even up to like the final couple of weeks, then even though like all 9 months, then they'll be allowed to do that. What they're doing is they're just going to put it all back to the states and just have all the states vote on it themselves, and they'll they'll allow each state to decide how they should handle it and what laws they want to make about abortion rights.